what do you think about the relationship between artists and label houses? Yes.
All right, this is a question posed to anybody. Huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
All right, let's hear what 237.
Yes, what
I
what
see.
what
Really,
what's happening to
I
say?
think. All right.
actually, music is business.
Yeah.
You all know. Some people do it for pleasure.
Okay.
In other ways, yes, and some people just do it because of the talent they have, because of the love they have towards it. But going to into the business, that's artists and their label
Houses.
houses. That's business now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, bring that down to business. So when it's business, and business, doing business is with an aim of making
True.
profit.
True.
Yes,
Definitely.
that talent is being used to bring in income. So I just believe signing an artist should be a very good deal, and should be after maybe presenting terms and conditions to that person to sleep over, and then finally give an agreement or not. Yeah, so I just believe there should be an understanding. And
Yes.
Yeah,
And I think that's normally what's supposed to be done.
yes.
Where you give me, I'm an artist, you are label house, you prepare the deal for me. Now you have to give me the deal. Let me go home and sleep over it.
Yeah,
Discuss with my lawyer and my
Yeah.
manager and my team. Let's see if it's something that we can embark back on. That is normally what's supposed to be done. But I'm not sure it's the case
it's
that
not the case
that's
in
going on
Cameroon
now.
actually, because most of the times the relationship don't last. It's supposed to be, to me, I think it's something that's supposed to be a long lasting. If it's this term, it's supposed to be this term. But unfortunately, most of our artists and their record label, they don't actually complete their terms. And the
Yes.
question is why? Because they don't actually come up with the reason why. But I don't. Maybe it's at the level of exploitation, or at the level of the artists not really understanding whatsoever they are going into. But the relationship between artists and record labels in Cameroon is nothing to tell them about. They normally don't complete
Their terms, and they
exactly
always separate in a
in a kind of
fighting way,
in
quarrel.
normally
I don't know of any label and artists
that
in
actually
Cameroon
completed
industry
their terms
that have separated peacefully
or even
and have
completed
maintained a smooth relationship.
exactly
I don't know of any.
no, but there are.
You
like
think so?
Yeah,
Do you have an example?
yeah, like the case of Mr. Liu and the Alpha Beta record.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
we'll come
we'll
back to
come
that
back to
point.
that.
We'll come back there because even there
All
there's
right.
something going on.
All right. In one perspective, like he said, we are in the business world,
Definitely.
and if there's any record label that want to sign an artist, they are putting in their money because they want result. And this is how it really works. Most often, you just made a statement about them going back to go and sleep on it and maybe meet their lawyers and
Yeah, team
I mean,
members.
maybe meet your managers, which is very okay. But in most cases, artists are not even comfortable having managers. That's first. Most upcomers. Let's say, for example, do you have a manager? You don't have a manager. So that's it. That's where problem starts from. Artists are not comfortable having a manager. One thing is that they might feel like it's humility. They think like they don't need a manager because if they feel like if they already have a manager now, they become too proud. No, it's not humility. It's kind of business. So you need a manager. But most often artists don't have managers. So when a record label takes you, they become your manager.
They take care of you. They like
Yeah,
they own
perfect.
you.
Perfect. Now, artists against secondly, normally don't have money to pay lawyers. But the reality about it is that there are a lot of law firms that you can go and register and they back you up. Law firms they ask you for 50,000 francs, and maybe it's a year or maybe even for
Yeah,
5 years.
like a
A
subscription.
one-time subscription, even some law firms do
They
that.
can give you basic assistance.
Perfect. So a law firms, you can meet a law firm, you meet with them and you pay them this amount of money. That's investing in your art. Pay them this amount of money and say, okay, this is what I'm getting into. If by chance a record label want to sign me, you will be my lawyer to defend. Because they don't go into that, they don't look into all those things, and they don't have those lawyers. That's two. So thirdly, by the time you get into music business in general, a record label is the sponsor, is the investor. You as an artist, you are the product.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
Now, in that record label, we have marketers and also have managers. So if you're coming without a manager, which means that they will give you a manager. Okay, now you as an artist, you are a product, which means that you are going to sell that like yes.
You must.
Which means that if I put my 2 million into you, I want to kill you on stage. It's very okay. Now, this is one thing we fail to understand in the music world. When you're signing your contract, you know that if I'm putting my 2 million into this man, nobody wants to invest without having returns, right?
Definitely.
That's investment. So it means that everything I'm looking at now is to give you platforms to go and perform and host shows, and they pay me for it. And immediately as you sign a record deal, now terms might be different, but the reality about it is that you might sign a record deal with somebody, and in that record deal, they already paid you for 5 years.
Okay.
Now they can give you 10 million for 5 years. In that 5 years, the only thing that can destroy that contract is that you die.
They'll exploit you to the
No,
brim.
that's a point. So you have to make sure you give that money in the next 5 years, you give that money double. Which means that you have to records non-stop. You have to go on performances non-stop. You have to be rehearsing non-stop. Your life doesn't belong to you anymore.
Not at all.
To me, I think that most of them, when they go into this music thing, they don't know what is actually behind. Probably like the law firm you're talking about. Most of them don't even think that they
Yeah,
need
the
such.
idea.
Yes, they don't also
They,
take
they're
time
just
to
too
educate
excited
themselves.
of the idea of just being an
You
artist
know,
in such a point that
an artist, like from the beginning, you understand, you go through a lot of stress, like trying to pay for record fee,
yeah,
for mixing, and maybe for some short videos, so that people can start knowing you. Okay, when you go through those difficulties and someone find that talent in you after maybe watching 2 or 3 of your videos online, then the person comes again to say, I want to sign you. You understand?
You feel
You
excited.
feel so
just
excited.
Yeah,
excited without
yeah.
Yes.
wanting to even
Yeah,
think
without
Yeah.
even
about
maybe
it
reading
or
that
Contract
the
digitally.
contract
digitally.
The
exactly.
second eye,
Yes.
second
You're just
mind.
like
Yeah.
excited that you're going to blow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
maybe when you see on that contract, they don't even, maybe some will already be interested in maybe this contract. You will be responsible for your clothing,
Yeah.
housing, feeding, you get you a car, and then maybe this contract is for 15 years. Maybe it's on a 20-80 deal, 80 for the label and you
Yeah.
20. And then somehow you sit and then you have no option. At one point, you might feel like they want to exploit you, but you just say, okay, let me just do.
Yes,
Then maybe when you are in it now,
need- and
that's
you start
when you
seeing the
you
start.
start
realities.
seeing
Yeah,
now
you see
and
the reality.
in line what you say. I think at times some of these artists are in a state like I don't have a choice. If I say the deal is not comfortable for me, but I don't have a choice. If I say no, I will remain there. Blah, blah. So now they're like, okay, let me go into it, then I'll figure my way out. And now before them going into it, they don't take time to do some such like
Research.
what makes an artist when he start making waves are his social media handles. Those things are crucial
Very, very.
for an artist because when they're coming to give you deals, brand ambassadors or whatsoever, it's due to your exposure. And the things that expose you out there are your social media handles. They don't even know that they don't know that other part. So when they go into a label house, the label house will create you social media handles. They have created it, they
Become
own
your
it.
social media marketer
And
automatically.
and at that time, it's nothing for you. You don't look at it as
Yeah.
something important. But when you start making waves, you start understanding, you start seeing the impact of your social media handles to your business. You start knowing that without this social media handle, it's going to affect my career to a certain point, especially when you are an upcomer. But if you're already an established artist, it's okay. You
Mm.
can the label handle can go, the social media handle can go down, and you can break up on another one. So I think the thing comes down to the upcoming artists not taking time to educate themselves on how those
Things are
small
being
things work
done.
and how they can use it
Yeah.
in their own
How they matter.
advantage. They just go and put themselves at the mercy of the label house. And again, we know in this thing is business. At times, those guys don't have pity when it comes to business.
That's what I wanted to
I
say.
exploit you as I can.
That's the thing. I don't believe in exploitation when it comes to business. You get it.
Okay.
The reality about it is that you make your mistake is because of ignorance.
And they correct you
Yeah,
instantly.
that's the thing. I don't believe me in exploitation
Correction
when it
is
comes to
straight.
business. You get it. Maybe when we are in the church milieu or maybe you are in the civil society milieu, we might think of those things. But when it comes to business, I don't believe in exploitation. Because the reality about business world is that the people that have money are the people that have knowledge over the people that doesn't have
Don't have
knowledge.
knowledge.
That's it.
Fact. Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
business world, right?
yeah.
So your ignorance is what makes you poor.
Makes you
And
poor.
yes, that's the reality about it.
Knowledge, it starts from knowledge.
from
You have
Ye-
knowledge,
yes.
you have the power, you know how to control, you make the
That's
money.
it. So I don't believe that is exploitation. It's just because I
Yes,
simply
yes.
had knowledge more than you.
Somehow. But also right, I'll boil down to this point. I'll take an example that happened in Nigeria. Asake said
Mhm, mhm.
when Olamide called him to give him his opportunity to sign him,
Mhm.
he never wanted to even read the contract.
Yeah.
All he wanted was to sign.
sign.
Yes.
Get the point?
Exactly.
But it's like he was there was insisted he has to go home with the contract,
Mhm.
come back.
The next
And say,
day.
oh, whatsoever. Now, I just wanted to in that state, he was so excited. He signed because he has been following up for like 2 years, pleading, please check me out, the kind of thing. I'm doing well. I can do I can do something. Then Olamide just decided one day, okay, just called and said, it's all right, come over. I've checked your stuff. We can do something together. When he came, the contract was already there, and he was like too excited. And finally, he signed. But now, upon after the signing, the results have been spectacular. They have been making waves, and their can we say the relationship is so solid.
Solid one.
But now, when you take it back now to our own industry here, as a producer or as a label house, my role is to exploit you as an artist. It's not to make you to succeed. So especially like I'm waiting that the least as you said right, it's the ignorance that you have now. I make good use of it. I don't think at one point, no, this man is ignorant about this. I can teach him this, and together we make waves. You can get the point
I
now.
get.
It is in the line that this man is ignorant. Now. Let me
Yeah.
take all what I can take for him and I let him go. Get the point? I put him in a state that the day he wants to go, he has nothing. He goes as he came. I own everything.
No,
I
no, no.
really
That
don't
that's
think
no.
that
That's not what
okay,
can. No, that's
yeah.
not. That's not what can even happen.
Yeah.
When it comes to an artist, right? This is the one thing artists need to understand. The sacrifice a record label makes to you, right?
Yes.
It's an endless sacrifice. That's what artists don't know. Your contract might end after 5 years, but you see the brand they have created for you. It's endless.
Yeah, it only depends on you.
Get
if
the
you want
point?
to
It
kill
all
it.
depends on you. Means that I've built you a platform. They have given you a stage. That brand ambassador, you can become brand ambassadors for Zeus
Definitely.
without them anymore.
Yes.
You get the point? So it's an endless sacrifice. That's the reason why. See, when it comes to record label and artists, trust me, right? There's a whole lot I could say about it. The reality about it is that you want to compare. I keep using this example all the time. You want to compare Nigeria and Cameroon. I'll use it all the time. The population of Nigeria is more than that of Cameroon. And you might think we're using Asake right now and Lamide, right? But trust me, do you know that is just one figure in Nigeria?
It's just an example.
Okay, that's an example.
Yes.
My point here is that is just one of.
Yes.
Can we go to the story now of Mohbad? So that's the issue. You get the
Yes,
point now. You get the
yes.
point now. So we
Yes, yes.
cannot just focus on the fact that he has a successful line of business and maybe they're pulling together. Maybe they had a very good relationship. They have turned to love each other like brothers. Maybe they're not even looking into business anymore. They're going to
Yeah.
look. They're looking into
But
their
see-
relationship that
see,
is
right,
growing.
Just look in our own industry. Do we know of any relationship between
Yeah,
artists
lasted
and
that
label
long,
house that have
exactly.
ended peacefully?
Where the real
No one. I don't know any.
no, the thing is that you might think there's
So I
not.
get an example. But
No, those are minor guys. We don't even know them.
No, the thing.
What we're talking about? Let's
The
look at
major
our
people.
giants. At our giants that are out
Look
there
at
now.
Gomez
People that
and-
give us
and-
give us the inspiration to keep moving ahead. We have Road Girl, we have Gomez, we have Renewing now.
Exactly.
We have like
The
many.
reality, no offense.
even
Gomez
this
is not a
guy,
figure.
Magasco.
No, listen. That's the problem we have in Cameroon. Gomez is not a figure. Who know Gomez? No,
He's an
you call it.
artist
No, that's the point. The point is that now,
Gomez is a
listen.
big guy.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's
You
what
mean before he
no,
died?
no, if people think he's a big guy, that's the point.
No, we don't
Not-
think.
no,
actually,
he is not.
If you are into
No.
into music, into Cameroonian music,
No,
you're
Gomez is
fine.
not.
If
I
you-
can literally list 10 Cameroonians. Gomez is not among.
No.
No, I'm telling
We
you.
are not refusing.
No, that's a
He's
point.
the
It's
first
possible
one.
that
No,
you-
the only
first
reason why
10 to 20 is
listen,
not among
no, the only
them.
reason why people are talking about Gomez right now is because he has paved his way using this man's voice. Aye. CY International voice. That is just why people are talking about Gomez now. Who be know he?
But when
You didn't- you didn't know
see
him
his
before?
recent
I'm
music
sorry.
that he has been
Seriously?
playing.
I'm
Wait.
unfortunate.
Wait.
No, I'm
No, wait,
no, it's
no,
okay.
we never knew
People
him.
knew him, right?
Yes, we
Okay,
knew
sorry. I'm sorry. It's okay. People's fan base is different from mine.
Maybe
No,
because
no, I
if-
understand
Gomez has
your.
actually
I
been
understand.
somebody even before
It's
the
his
CY
point.
incident.
No, the thing is that what he's just trying to say is that compared to those who are
No,
supposed
there
to
are
they are
people.
making waves,
There are people in the
Gomez sit
industry.
down.
Gomez
But
is
now-
down.
Yes,
There are people in the
I
industry.
understand his point.
no, actually, in
But
the
the
industry,
thing-
you have
the
A
thing is that
class.
he's
So-
at least doing
you have
something.
So
B
Gomen, what
and
class is he?
C. He might be.
One could actually put him at A.
No. He cannot be an A. Which one? I don't understand. What people saying? Gomez cannot be an A class list. No, he cannot be. Wait, you want to compare Gomez and Kosi?
No, you can't.
No,
you can't
then why do you want to put him on A?
No, he's not A.
Uh-huh,
I was
then.
just saying that there are better statistics
Okay.
Yeah, we can still decide.
We can decide to put him on A.
Yeah, we cannot put him at A.
Honestly, depending on
Yeah.
his songs that he has actually
His songs that
played
he
and
has
the way
played.
it has gone
Okay,
through, can
fine.
actually
How
put
many
him on the
albums
A.
has he released?
No album.
Do you know that's how you
He has-
calculate
he
A
has
artists?
singles.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that's like I can never see. I'm an upcomer.
Mhm.
To reality,
Yes.
I've been into music for God knows how long, but trust me, I can never put myself in the A list for nowhere.
Yeah.
You get that's the reality about life.
That's true.
Yes, I've not released an album. Listen, when you release an album, you start marketing an album, you start putting yourself on those categories. When you start releasing singles, it's okay. Keep yourself at that level. The truth about it is they asked a question to Jovi some time back. Now, these are people how to call it A-list artists. Okay, they asked, I'm sure it was Mike Monster. They asked him a question about Jovi. Then he made a statement said that he can never stand here and talk anything about Novi because that is his god in the industry.
Yeah.
You know how many albums Jovi has released?
I
No,
remember
it's
that
many.
You see, he is the god.
No,
He's book
Jovi
of God.
has about- yes, he
Yeah,
has
he's
about
book
6
of
albums.
God.
He is book of God. Now, no offense. Can you tell me somebody that has more album than Jovi?
No. Nobody.
I don't know.
How many album? No, how many album? See, it's okay for people to release EPs.
Even EPs.
No,
Yes,
it's
he
very
has
okay
the
for people to
highest
release
number of
EPs, right?
EPs.
But now, me government show me the number of album they release them. It's fine.
I thought when we're talking about A-list artists here, are those who have actually played music and it has actually gone international.
No.
Okay,
There are
the
many
number
other
of-
parameters.
Yeah,
that
the other
come
many
into
things we
place.
look into.
Yes.
There are many other things we look
Yes.
into.
Oh, that's what I was thinking
You know,
about
release
A-list.
one song, you go
Okay.
viral. Call yourself A list. Come on now.
Yeah.
All right, I get.
You get it. There are many other things we look into before going to an A artist.
Yeah, but I think what we're just trying to understand is that what is really that issue between Cameroonian artists and Cameroonian label houses? Why is it that the relationship is never a good one towards the end? It always start like seem like good, but as time is going, it becomes a different thing. What is the problem?
Honestly, I would like to think that the both people become selfish at the middle of the contract. I would love to look at also the artists. You know
Okay.
what we're going into. You understand? And at the middle, when you start seeing that things are working, you start feeling as if they are actually taking more than what you expected. That's what you signed. You should not be looking at all those type of parameters. You should probably wait when the contract is done. You can now see how to win all of those. But you should not complain that he took more of the money. That selfishness going into it. You actually, that is what they plan. That is their advantage as your record label. So I don't think
You accepted the
you
deal,
accepted
so
it.
you have
should
to
look
follow
past
it.
all of those.
Don't
Exactly.
come in the middle and say that
Yes, to
no,
me, I
you
honestly
guys
just
are
think that
taking.
they are wanting to, I don't know, selfishness or wanting to be greedy or wanting to look at their label houses as being wicked or too exploitatory. Yeah, honestly, that's what I think.
Yeah, if you think in the middle, you think that you can live without maybe completing the deal,
Without
you
completing your
understand?
term,
That means there
exactly.
should be a problem because actually you read the terms and agreements
Yeah.
before signing.
Yes.
So
exactly.
if at one point you feel like you can't continue, you can still do it peacefully with your boss.
That's the word.
Yes, you can still do it peacefully and leave. Because I just feel along the lines of some of the artists feel entitled.
But why would
some
you sign
feel
a
like-
record and feel like you want to live in the middle? It's a contract.
Yeah, normally it's just like I'll call and say Jumba. Yes. If you have your
Yeah,
Jumba,
marine, waka
yeah,
fine.
when marrying you work fine.
Yes.
Yes. At one point you need to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, there can still be other issues we don't know. The ones that are online, maybe even the like during Magasco's time, Pete Bacardi and Magasco.
Mhm.
Yeah, we heard all kind of stories online that Pete Bacardi so exploitatory. Like you perform songs, the percentage he has to give you, he doesn't. You understand? Yes. Even this Jovi, he complained about it long ago before the saga between Pete Bacardi and Magasco came up.
Okay.
Yes. So many artists usually give complaints, but I just believe there's so much behind that we don't know. Yes. Doing their day-to-day interactions, they face a lot that we don't know. I don't know if I would say at times they'll come up to tell us only what we need to hear. Yeah, what we need to know, they don't tell us.
Yeah, but
So we'll just keep
there's a deep
talking from
something
what
inside
they
that.
say and maybe our own point of views.
Yeah.
But I believe there's usually a lot more between the artist and their
Yeah,
record
yeah.
labels.
The reality about it is that sometimes I want to say somebody like if let's use government too, for example. Somebody like him, I'm sure he once made a statement about when he was with Leo.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
The reality about it is that They get angry with the record label, they don't spell it out.
Yeah,
They
they
come
don't
and
give us
shout,
the
raise their
detail.
voice, say a lot of things, but don't say exactly what the problem is. You know that? If you
Yes.
analyze it very well, that's what's
Mhm.
happening.
Yeah.
It's
Just
a
said that I
lot,
was
a
not
lot of,
comfortable,
a lot of things.
and
As Kia went back, probably they come back with Mr. Leo, and Mr. Leo signed Askia after the fight. But exactly what happened, they cannot spell out.
give us the
Yeah,
detail.
now the reality about it is that if you find out situations like that, psychologically, it's a two-way wrong thing. Even though the two parties are wrong. And you cannot come and say exactly what you did wrong or somebody did wrong to you, hiding your own part. Most often, right? During relationship counseling sessions, my sessions on relationship counseling, the reality is when you hear from one party, you cannot really judge on that party because you need to hear the other person. Now, when you hear the other person, now you bring the two of them. So at the end, they end up arguing the two of them. No, this is not what you said, and this is what you said. That's how problem now starts being solved. Because one person have to accept that this is not what I said. Another person say, no, are you lying? And stuff like that. All those exchanges have to come in and stuff. But because nobody is there to come and measure and start defending themselves and stuff, they will keep saying that things has happened, but not spelling out exactly the thing. One thing that might happen is might be relationships.
Okay.
You get the point? Now, it might happen that you are, let's say, for example, a lady is signed in a record label. And she's a beautiful girl, for crying out loud. We know that beautiful girls are out there, right? So you sign a beautiful girl and turns out developing emotions towards them. Now, it's very wrong. Ethically, it's wrong for business,
Yes.
right? But now, because most often, we always say even in church, that anointing doesn't respect emotions.
Not at all.
You get the point? Yes. So no matter how we twist it, emotions can flow in. Professionally, normally you have to discipline yourself as the boss to make sure emotion doesn't flow. But now when it flows, things like
How
that
do
too
you
can
treat it?
affect.
Yeah. Especially
And if you
with
cannot
the
control
female
yourself,
artist.
it start affecting it.
Definitely.
If you are a male boss in that record level, you will not want your female artist to start getting some interactions. You start calling her when she's with her boyfriend. It start becoming a problem. So those are things that took my occur. But now some of those things cannot be painted out there.
And they don't tell us, and we know that
They
those
don't
type
tell
of things
us.
are very prone to happen in that industry.
Perfect.
It is prone to
Yes.
happen actually when you're with an artist. Let me say daily, you interact with your boss daily because artists actually they don't play, they don't have time to rest.
True.
They
They're
work all
constantly
the time.
with the manager
And
kind of
so
thing.
working with a female artist that you sign from, let me say, 8 hours daily, you tend to develop feelings
Bit-
towards her.
That's true.
If
Without
no
even
matter how
knowing,
you control yourself,
subconsciously.
Yeah.
yes, it comes in a way you don't understand. Yes, so to control yourself out of that shit is to somehow, I don't know, you try to stay away. You employ other workers, then you try to give distance because if not, you find yourself
True.
spoiling that relationship
Relationship,
and
true.
the contract.
True.
Now the money you put into the business, what becomes of it?
That's it.
Yeah, it's one thing. And I think also one truth is that as a manager, you cannot bring a middle person between you and your artist. Because you want to have that connection, that feeling that no, that thing is not good. I want you to touch it at this level. You don't want to have somebody in the middle, tell the person to go and tell them. And it's like, no. The thing is that we just have to do self-evaluation and
Mhm.
respect you as yourself.
And discipline.
You know that you cannot be friend with your artist. There's no friendship between a man and a woman. So especially in that industry, you have to know that no, this is business. We have to keep it business. Respect your limit. If you develop emotions, a man, control yourself and kill it inside. of you.
Psychologically, you understand?
Yes.
If you study physiology, you know that we all have hormones. They control our feelings.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yes.
It's difficult to be beside a lady
For long.
who is not your sister, whom you are not related to for long and almost every day without developing feelings.
Yeah,
towards her.
yeah. I
It's
think,
very difficult.
I think we
It's
are
hard.
going far out of our topic. Yeah. So
Oh, let's come back. Let's go
yeah,
back.
let's come back. Yeah.
We've looked at the relationship aspect and probably the artist being selfish. Why don't we also consider the fact that the record label might actually be too exploitatory? Probably going out
Actually,
of the reach of the contract.
When you say too exploitatory, that means they don't meet up with the terms of the contract.
Probably going past it.
Yeah, that's where another problem might become.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
meet up because if what you're saying is that they are too exploitatory means that they are implementing what is in the contract.
But too much.
No,
there is not
Okay,
it
also
exploiting.
means
look at
they
the
are
one that is
like
too
maybe
They don't do exactly what they
yeah,
said
Yeah.
on the
maybe
contract.
if
then
Shit.
that one is a crime.
It's a breach of contract.
Yeah, it's a breach of contract. It's simple. You book a lawyer and they follow the case. That one is not something that we sit to negotiate about. Yeah, that one is. But if it is that, let's say we have a deal and we said, okay, we invest in you and whatsoever comes in, you have 20, we have 80. And we implement, we have 10 million that comes in, we take 8 million, we give you 2 million. You don't have any right
You
to
have any
complain.
right to complain.
Because that's what the,
That's
the,
what
the contract
the contract
says.
says.
You get the point. But now one thing that I think that one issue is that at times the artist will see like, no, at this point after 3 years he has gotten some grounds already.
Yeah.
He's not seeing that no, that 20% is small because he is focusing on his current value in the market, but not paying attention to when he started. Because he forget to understand that when he started, he was nothing. Those people trusted him, put their money on him to bring him to that level. It is their time to eat. Not your time. Your time was that time that you were nobody. They brought you to that level. Now it's a time to recover their money. Now the artist will be like, no, if I breach and I go and start on my own, I can actually earn more than the 20% that they are giving me.
already has followers, people already know
So
him.
now the
Exactly.
artists are the one that are selfish.
No,
Now
no,
let's
no.
come to agree.
No,
Now let's agree on
Yeah,
this.
because
The artists are the ones that are
artists are the ones
selfish.
that
It is both sides. It's both sides, of course. That's what I'm saying. That in that case, of course, the artist is being selfish. Fact. That's why when at that point you want to leave, the labels will do everything to tarnish you down because you are affecting them. You are
their
destroying
product. You're one
the
giving them that
contract.
money.
Apart from applying the legal means, they also put their own means in place to get it away from you. Like first of all, sitting on your social media handles, which is going to affect you drastically because in our scope, in our community, it's not that easy to build up your social media handle.
Yeah.
Just look at what happened to Kosi when he lost his main federal account had more than 1 million. Is it close to 1 million account? It took him time to even reach 100,000. Was it 76,000 or whatsoever on the new account? It is of recent that he gained back his old account. With all the fame that he had, he was still finding it difficult to grow
get
that
that
account.
number.
So you can understand how important it is, the social media handles of an artist. So the label house will do everything. First of all, take that one from you. Maybe do whatsoever they can do because you are actually breaching the contract. And you are breaching the contract because you are not looking at the label, you are looking at your own. This is if I go on my own, I will gain more. So I think
Or maybe there's
it's all
actually
about
something very much more to it.
yeah. Now
Alright.
the other things that
All
we
right.
find.
In the business world, this is what I can share. In the business world, right now, if you notice, most often, most of the breach of contract always happen with female artists. Have you noticed that? Most of the breach of contract happen with female artists more than men.
Yes.
All right. The reality about it is that there are a lot of disadvantages that a female artist have, more than advantages. Shockingly, right? Yeah, there's a lot of disadvantages a female artist has more than advantages. Trust me. And one of it is the fact that a female artist can get pregnant.
She can get married. A man can enter into her
Perfect.
life
So yeah,
and
she can get
affect
married.
her way of doing, like what happened to Daphne.
Perfect.
Saying she got married.
Okay, notice our examples. Let's go to the gospel world. Look at Snatch. Snatch got married and boom. Who is there about you? See, I should release song one time. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
is that frequency is not still there?
You get a
that-
point. That's
Yeah.
marriage. So that's the disadvantages. There are a lot of disadvantages. So in the business world, normally, a female artist might have the appearance, which is an advantage. But trust me, to me, I think that's the only advantage.
If you want to
Apart from
compare
Vitamin.
with the
Yeah,
male one.
with
If
yes.
you are comparing with the male one, because
yes.
the male one also have the appearance, but now have many other things.
They have
because he's
they
the
have
one
control
controlling.
over their own life. A female artist might have a relative that doesn't want her to do music again.
Instantly.
Have pressure to get married.
Perfect. You get the
Getting
point.
married.
The family might say, I don't want you to do music
Not even
again.
families putting you that pressure. You sit and you ask yourself, I need to get married. I need to have a family.
Why am
My
I
father ever
worrying
told you
so?
that you want to do masters when you are doing music, you just left your bachelor's degree, then you must do masters. I'm sure it happens to Montes, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
No Montes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Montes was supposed to go further her studies. That's the reason she dropped.
No idea about that.
She's a student now.
No, I'm sure she's probably doing her PhD now.
Okay.
But she dropped because she has to further her studies.
It's if when you look at it in that line, it's clear that the female artist, the female artists, they have a lot of limitations.
A lot.
Reason why when the label house is signing her, they also take those things into
Consideration.
consideration. So they make sure no, we need to get it fast because anything can happen at any time.
We might tell you that okay, for these 2 years you're not going to date anybody.
Yes,
Yeah, that's part of the
yes,
contract.
Being
Can
in
be
a
part of
contract.
it.
Yeah, that's part of the
Yes.
contract. Then we see with the
It's
guy
going
who's
to-
having a
it's
problem.
going to act as a barrier.
Yes.
Disturbing you.
Not even a small one, a huge barrier. Let's say for a man, you will not want to have your wife dancing on stage almost naked.
That's
Fact.
if she's married.
Yeah, that's why I said
You've heard so many
you tend
insults.
to hold her down, and you holding her down now is affecting her career with a label
Perfect.
house.
The same insult they gave Bianca about her boyfriend. They insulted her a lot about her boyfriend because her boyfriend is a manager.
And they are doing well
But they are doing well.
because they understand the industry they're into it together. Yes.
So there's a whole lot of disadvantages for female artists.
No.
Well,
Let's
in the
look
beginning,
into a
it's
case
usually
study.
advantageous more on the sites because
For female artists.
yes, for female artists.
Okay.
Because I just believe if you look at female artists that are signed to different labels, they almost outnumber the male artists.
Okay.
Yes. So in the beginning, I don't know if the label houses decide to go for female artists or they have some reason behind signing female artists or
They
what.
normally do
But-
sell more because of their appearance.
No, I don't think
I don't
so.
think appearance.
I don't
is the issue.
think when it comes to you listening to music, you don't care about the person
Yeah, you don't care about
standing.
music.
Yeah, I don't think
What-
appearance
what-
is-
is good.
What you want is the quality.
So,
It's
yeah.
not the person doing
But
doing it.
truth be told, the female artists are talented as well.
I love the way you said
Yeah,
it.
they are
They are
talented.
talented as well. Nobody
Yeah.
said that we're not
Doesn't mean
talented.
talented.
Nobody
male
said they're not
artists are
talented.
too.
Yeah,
You
they are
understand?
really talented.
But they stand more chances of being signed than male artists because I know a lot of guys in this our area.
Yes.
In this,
No, I
this-
think
No, they have more chance. You're not getting the
Yes,
point. The
yes.
point is that they have the better chances to be signed. But the highest problems they turn to have is with the female artists.
yes.
You get the point?
At the same time, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
if you look into it, where you will see that most of the time their signing is not based on talent, it's based on emotions.
Perfect. It will happen so like
the
that.
music industry, the label house, the manager, there is a human being.
The entertainment in general.
Yeah, he doesn't look at the talent, he's look at the person. That no, I can vibe with her, we can do something apart from singing. Get the point
Perfect.
now. Now, if something come was, I'll pin her with a contract. And I'm okay with it. But when you look at the male, if it's not the talent, there's no other thing.
There's no other thing.
There's no other thing.
There's no other thing. You get the point.
You
Yeah.
see, right? All
Yeah.
right.
Music first of all is life.
Let's have this case study between Renue and the Level House. We have all followed the event that has happened in one way or the other. What do we think?
Personally,
Is going
when
on.
I read it, I don't know much, but I think that 15 years is too much.
Okay.
Yes.
You think
To
so?
me, that was the
15
first
years?
thing that came to my mind.
Okay.
Why would you give an artist 15 years? It's probably like tying her down. Probably that 15 years is the length of time that she probably gave herself to do whatsoever. She's in her youth, she's young. By 15 years, she must have been tired. I don't know, something like that. To
Okay.
me, I
Well-
really felt that 15 years is too long to keep an artist there. I mean, left to me. It's very
Yeah.
Honestly.
We are about to cry. We are about to cry.
Honestly,
What you are
too much.
trying to say is if someone wants to
don't
sign
think-
you for 15
Hey.
years,
You'll not be able to go for it.
No.
Okay. Imagine if Don Jazzy want to sign for 15 years. What do
No,
you do?
It's too much.
Is this
No,
too
no.
much?
Is it so much?
Wow.
If Jay-Z want to sign for 15 years, what do you do?
It's too much.
Eh.
Man.
Wow.
You
No, I'm not sure. I'm
very
not-
serious.
I'm
Very
very
serious.
serious. To me, I think it's actually too
Do
much.
you-
When actually
Do you know the struggles of an artist from the day he decides to start singing
To the
from
day he gets
to
it
the
in.
day he gets it in?
Into a level
Goes
house.
You
through.
know it's 15 years.
No, no.
Managing the Facebook pages he has, WhatsApp, Twitter, and all the others, Instagram, and maybe YouTube.
And he's just
And
dangling
then
with those
just
things for
dangling
years.
with those things for
Problem.
years, and
I
then you
won't lie,
find
that
a
was my
label
very first
who wants to
problem,
take
15
control over
years.
those things,
Yes.
and then make your career a better one.
For
To me,
years.
15 years is not bad. It might seem long in the beginning,
Mhm.
yes, but when you put in your all and all into the business, Okay, you're talking about 15 years. I think this guy, if you go out of Africa, even in the US, there, Lewin has been with this Birdman guy
Birdman.
for
Very long now.
Yeah, had
for his
recorded
whole
a record
life
label.
since he started singing. He has
Yeah.
been with Birdman, and
Yeah.
it's a contract they signed. I've forgotten the name of that label. Is it,
No,
so if an artist can be in a label for more than 20 years, I don't think 15 years.
no, I don't think the problem is the number of years. I think the problem was in the contract being signed. Because if the 15 years were favorable to renew over time,
Yeah.
she will not be complaining. I think she signed something that she's not forecast what is going to happen in 5 years' time to come. Maybe she not see herself at this level, having the kind of deals that she's having and seeing that huge percentage being taken away. She not foresee that. She was just like, no, our sister. And again, for an upcoming artist to land a label house deal, it's like
Prayer answer.
I'm telling you.
No, honestly, it's a prayer
It's-
answer.
it's
Because it is difficult
Do you know how many
difficult,
artists are out there that are good?
What
Then
are
they
you
come and
saying?
select you and pick you.
You
To
understand?
sign you, to pay you for
Bro,
something that you
it's-
love
it's-
doing.
It's something
It's
that
difficult.
there
No.
was this show that was being hosted down here by this guy at UB Junction. Yes, they usually call it. I've forgotten the name. Back in 2016, 17, 18, like that. Yeah, before this crisis got worse and stopped the crisis. You go down there, you meet talents.
I'm telling
You
you.
meet people who speak out their lungs
I'm
in the
telling
name
you.
of music. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
you
in
see
all
the
of that,
level
they
at
choose
which
you
they are.
to give you a deal.
I'm telling you.
So
15 years now is not the problem. I don't think that's it. No, I don't even think it's tiring. I think it boils down to what am I gaining now? I want us to revise the contract. But it doesn't work like that now. Because if I am a producer, you have to know that producers take a lot of risks in the industry. Because
Perfect.
I might sign you and you come, you don't perform well.
Or you fall sick.
You fall sick, you die.
You fall sick. Those are unforeseen
How would I do?
circumstances.
Yeah.
That's losing money. That's the reason why. That's the reason why I always say when somebody signs you, you just have to know that you have to work back that money.
Definitely. And
That's
work
a
the money of
contract.
others that have been falling sick, maybe having some difficulties. Maybe the talent that they thought they saw in them is not actually there. You get the point?
actually,
You have to work
the
for
problem
you
is
have to pay.
just as you are saying. Yes, before they were signed, they were nothing. Actually, they looked at themselves like nothing. You understand? And then after that 3-4 years, they start looking at themselves now. They see the value of what they can offer, and then they'll sit and be like, "But that contract now," they start feeling some disappointment in them. Like maybe the contract wasn't good enough. Meanwhile, actually, they read through before signing. At that moment, it was good, but they
No.
found more value in themselves.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
what
yeah.
do you guys
Yeah.
think about the fact that the record label brings down her page? I don't know. Is that supposed to be
No,
something?
I don't think. Mr. Spencer, do you think that page was brought down? I don't think
No,
the
the,
page
the,
was
the
brought
pitch
down.
is live. The pitch was not brought down. The thing is, I think Renu said, if not her, I'm sure I heard it from a blogger that said the Renu wants that they should give her the login details for her social media handles, which means that the record label was managing it.
Was
Yes, you get the point. But the reality about it is that if it is part of the contract that in the next 15 years we'll manage your record label and you bridge it, it's okay. Go without the social media handles. If it's part of the
Definitely.
contract, go and start it from scratch and be a
Yes,
new
go and
one.
start-
What's wrong with you? Go and start from scratch and be a new one.
Yes.
Actually,
And also, I would
Renew-
think that when they are signing the contract, as I earlier said, they don't take time to read,
Reading between
to
the
understand,
lines.
like, okay, what happened when I breach, or if there is a breach, what happens in that case? They don't think that, because when they are starting, they don't think that they can initiate a breach. You know, when an artist is coming to sign to a label house now, he's looking at the label house as their god.
Yeah.
So he never thinks for one instant that he can be the one to breach. He's always looking like, no, the label house can be the one to breach.
Mm-hmm.
So they are always focusing on the part that, no, they said if they breach, they'll give me this, they'll give me that, they'll give me that. It's okay. They don't look at the part that if I'm the one breach, what would they take from me? Now it happens now in the future. Because most of the time it is the artist that wants to break, not the label house. Because the label house have put their foundation on the contract. That they know what they have included there.
invested.
And since they are a company that have lawyers, editors that have gone through it, edit it, but you are coming as an individual, which most of the time they give the contract. You don't even go and look for one or two persons to even go through. You just
Study
sign
it.
it you as yourself. no, it's my career. I need to follow up
Actually,
myself.
this
Kind of things.
Ryu and Akumba music
Mhm.
issue.
Yeah.
We started knowing about it when the artist Ryu came up on social media and cried.
Mhm.
Yeah, saying she's been creating new pages and Akumba music has been bringing them down. Actually, when you have he already had that page, is it Nga Ryu or whatever? Yes. So what the label has to only do, they cannot bring down her page. The original page keeps reporting the ones she creates.
Yes.
That's why
Created.
those ones were being brought down.
Yeah.
Actually, when she cried, so many people came out and were sympathizing with her. Akumba music, why did you do this to your artist? Without hearing from the
From-
boss,
yeah.
Achunoma.
Mhm.
Yes.
And trying to analyze.
And trying
also
to analyze.
see.
Some artists
And
even
he
came
did
up
reply to
online
that
and was
said he has
threatening
nothing to
the
do with
boss.
it. Yeah.
Yes. Like, I know this popular guy, Kids237, he's an upcomer. Yes. Say he said it in pidgin. Say, if I meet up you for road, I will give you one blow. He was sending that statement to Achunoma. That's the boss of Akumba Music. And if we look at it keenly, Achunoma was not even around. But he later on when he came back to the country, he gave his own part of the story,
Yeah, and he
which
did
shows
say
that
his own
he
part
even
of
sent
it.
screenshots online.
Mhm.
It shows that Ryu was controlling her pages too. She had access to her pages. Like she said before that she didn't have. She had.
No, but
According to
I
the screenshots that her
Yeah,
boss
yeah.
sent, he sent it with some captions where she was the one posting.
no,
Maybe posting some of
I
her-
think
so-
they're right. I think the access to a page are in hierarchy, especially when it comes to Facebook pages and hierarchies. Maybe she has access just to give her the right to post,
Or as an
kind of thing.
editor.
But once you are not the admin of the page, you truly don't have access to it.
Like she doesn't
You-
have the
you-
password.
No,
she
the
can't-
question here is who created the page?
It starts from there, and
Uh-huh.
also
And it's Renu that created her page.
But the
Is
thing
it
is
Ryu
this,
that
man,
created the
it's-
first page?
No, it is not too much of who created the page. I think it's much of what is set in the contract, because it can be that when you sign with us, we have access. We have
Maybe she
control
had the
over
page already before.
Yeah, she had a
signing.
page. Yeah, before they
Yes.
before signing
So
it.
when you sign, you hand over the page to them. They are the ones to control.
Then-
No, it depends on what is set in the contract. If the contract stipulates that,
I don't think
when
any
you
contract
sign
want
with
to
us-
sign you and then you control your
The page.
No,
No,
there's,
no,
there's
you
a
can take
manager.
it.
You have someone who controls even when you go out for snap,
But I thought your
for photo
manager is
shoots
the
and
person
whatsoever.
who does all
Yes,
that.
that's
You are not the one that maybe go to post their photos.
yes.
Maybe you are not the one to
Somebody
make
manages
your
your
videos.
page, social
Yeah.
media
no,
manager.
I
There's,
have.
there's someone to manage all those
Let me
pages.
let me make a point, please. We should not confuse between managing and having control over. We can hire people to manage, but the person that has control is unique.
Mhm.
Like, let's say the person that has control. Let me put it in other words. The person that owns it.
Mhm.
Like when we signed the deal, I put myself in the place of the manager. I said, okay, we have control of the page. The page becomes the page of Akuman music. It
For
means
this
that
number of years.
yes, for this number of years. Now it can be stated that at the end, the breach of contract. Like, I once worked with an artist. I was the manager of an artist. So I took some training online. How to build a contract, those kind of things. And I came across a training who stipulated that there are those things are negotiable. Okay, the day our contract ends or we terminate it, it's all right. Every revenue of the page, because the page is bringing
Revenue.
revenue.
Yes.
Every revenue of the page, the first year you people have 50%. The second year you have to 25, and it ends there. It is a deal. You get the point. Not that as it just ends, everything stop. We hand over. No, it can be that there is a hot deal that just came in. What do we do? All of those things is stated inside. It can also be stated that when we sign you, we own the page you have created, or we create a new page, and the ones you have created, you forget about it. We only own you. Oh, we own that. It is our property. As long as you are with us, you are getting this percentage. If tomorrow you decide to go, you go like that. The page remains that of the house. So it all boils down
So
to
in a
the
case
deal.
where they delete your old pages, or
They don't actually delete. They
Yes.
just, it's stated, because you cannot be working. We cannot have a page for you in the company and you have another
You have
page
No,
for you
no, this
outside.
no, this
What
is
I
a
want to
case
find out
where
is-
you come as an artist, you already have a page,
Mhm.
and they take the page from you
Yes.
and manage it.
They don't only take it, right. It is stipulated in the contract that the page now belongs, because the page is a business entity.
Yes, for that term of
For that
office, for that term of the
yes,
contract.
it
So
must
in a,
not be-
no, it cannot be for lifetime.
It cannot-
That's why I'm boiling down to come to the deal that it can be that in the deal now.
Yeah.
It is stated that we own the page. Now there's one thing. As a label house, we know what we are doing. We state it like a statement there. We own the page. Now we don't tell you what is going to happen when you separate.
When you
But now,
separate.
even if we go in front of a lawyer, put yourself as
Alright,
a
I
lawyer.
get- I'm trying
We
to get
stated-
that logic.
Yeah, we stated either that we own it now. What will you say? Who is the owner of it? It's we, right? So if you are going, bye-bye. You go alone now. Now you as the artist have now to defend yourself. That no, we have to state it clear that what will happen to my page when our deal
it
terminates.
ends.
You get the point.
Yeah,
And now
yeah,
you can
yeah.
now state that okay, when the deal it terminates, the first year will keep 50% of whatsoever comes in through the social media handles. It means you move in with another label, whatsoever. We hand everything to the label now. But everything that comes in through the page, we have 50%. The
So
second
actually-
year, we have 25%. And the third year, it ends. You get the point? You fully own your page from the third year. It is and now when I was going through it, I think that's the system that most of these European they use when it comes to social media handles now. That's how it is because the social media handles are crucial for an artist.
It's a business page normally.
Yeah, it's a business property, so it cannot just be neglected.
So technically, it all boils down to the proper study of your contract. before
Of the
signing.
contract you
Yes.
signed.
A proper study, and if you have some points that are not favorable to you, take them back for revision. If the boss doesn't want to revise the points, then you can as
No,
well stay back.
it means it's not of goodwill with you. That one is clear because when we want to go for something, we decide, we bring it forth. You look at it, you talk, I look at it, okay, we negotiate. And no, this
But
thing doesn't.
To me, I
favor
just
me.
feel like artists don't humble themselves after they start to realize that they are making waves. Yes, because in the beginning, you might see some of those things, but you just feel like if I complain to this company that wants to sign me, they might take the contract away. Yes, they might
I
cancel
feel
the
like you
deal.
can actually pull
So,
through with it.
Some will just be like some artists might know all these things, but with that desperation,
That desperation, yeah.
yes, within them,
They just tend to
like,
accept whatsoever that they
just do
propose
the
to
thing.
them.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay, when they go in for it now, after some years, they start getting fed up. That's why you see so many problems coming in.
But still, I'm still on the aspect that I think artists are the really the main issues with record label. I'm going to go to Renio, for example.
Okay.
Now, if I'm to analyze it, I don't know. I'm not her fan. I won't lie. It's not like I'm a fan and I can even sing one of her music. Also, no, I'm not. But
You don't know about controller?
no, we have been yagging. It doesn't mean I can sing it.
Okay, at least you know
No,
the
I'm
song.
not her fan. I won't lie. I'm not her fan. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. But the thing is, if I have to go into a new aspect, reality about it is that it is because she has grown. She was not like this before. Nobody knew the controller you're talking about
She was a
before.
teacher, right?
I'm not even like I said.
I
I'm not.
don't-
There are people that can really tell you
She was
their
a primary
life.
school teacher.
Like, there are
Yeah,
people that
but
can tell you
yeah.
their life. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can tell you about Mike Monster a lot. You get the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are people that can tell you about their life. Honestly, I can tell you about Mike Monster, J Holiday. A lot of people that these are die-hearted people for me instead. So you get the point. But the thing is that Renu to me is because she has grown. She has grown big, and she feel like she can break through some of the mistakes she made. Because I think the mistake she made is that she was desperate, and she saw an opportunity.
She took it without
She took
thinking.
it without thinking. Now the reality about it is that it has caught up with her.
Yes.
You just need patience to pull it through. You just have to be patient, and your contract ends, right? Then now fine, you say I'm not signing again, or we're signing on these new terms.
If you have
get-
to renew it,
Yes.
terms will be different.
That's it. We sign on these new terms. Because to me, honestly, if I have to say it anywhere, to me, I feel like artists or renew is just being selfish. Trust me, they have grown her up. People know her.
Yes.
Her bank account is swelling because of Akumba music. That's the
They-
reality about it.
Definitely.
If they have to come into some understanding and some terms that has to help them understand better, maybe we start looking at the fact that okay, maybe part of our contract says that you're not supposed to date anybody for a number of years. But boss, this number of years is far now.
It's too
15
much.
years is far now. I mean, let's
look into it.
work on this particular term. That's a guy too. That's a human being. You guys can negotiate something about that. You can say, okay, normally you're supposed to be on stage this number of time. You're supposed to be studios this number of time. I have a boyfriend. Please, can you even give me one day? Those are things that you can negotiate it. And if your boyfriend is not comfortable about it, problem can come up. But again, to me, it's her.
And
It's
also,
not a record label.
and
No matter how they twist it, want to
Yeah.
twist it, want to twist. No, I'm saying it directly. Me and if you're married, I don't be a fan. You get money past me, final full stop. And I'm pointing fingers because we're in the industry. The reason is because I have an artist I manage.
Okay.
You get the point.
Yeah.
And the reality about it is that when let me just go out a bit. When CY and this guy, how do you call it? Gomez came and make all these things on Facebook here. This guy went and shared the link to my DM. This is my artist, Linky J. He went and shared it to my DM. And I went and watched it. That's when I even saw what was going on. Yeah, because I'm not a fan of this guy Gomez. Yeah, so when I watched it, I came out and analyzed and told him that the truth about it is that what Gomez is saying is making noise. Because the only thing Gomez was stressing on was the fact that CY said that upcoming artists should go and pay DJs to play their music. That was what I was stressing on. You get the point? The reality about it is that everything turns around to be the fact that we are in a business world.
fact.
You get it?
Yes.
And if an upcoming artist has money or doesn't have money, that's when they become desperate, right? The same thing that happens in Renew. He was not like this before.
No. She was
Somebody
not
picked her
definitely-
up. Trust me. Somebody picked her up. And Akuma Music picked her up. Help her to become who she is. See, right? There's this gospel artist in Nigeria. I've forgotten her name. Her name just lost her mind now. She left her record label recently. I'm sure it's 2 days ago, yesterday or so. But her appreciation means it. I made a statement and said that nobody will leave your record. You leave without a problem. But the way you respond as a thank you to the people that brought you up, took you from where you were, and give you that stand, give you that stage. The way you say thank you to them matters. See, they always say thank you, right? It's a passport to keep saying thank you. Because as you are appreciating, other opportunities will come. Reality about it is that we might think, Renu might think she has grown, but her image might instead destroy her future. What has happened might instead destroy her future. She's not careful. She's a woman, she's not a man. You know, we're in the African world, we're not in the Western world. She's a woman, she's not a man. I'm speaking now from a relationship counseling aspects. She's a woman, her figure, her image, it matters a lot as a woman. I'm trying to picture this woman's the lady's name. She just left her record label. I'm sure it was 2 days ago. It's a gospel artist in Nigeria. I'm sure that Messi Chinwo, a colleague, the other girl, name now. Message, that's the message Chinwo, Judy K. That's it, yeah. She just left her record label.
I don't know about her.
No, it's okay. My gospel artists are no more of them instead. These are no more of them instead. They get the point. That's the reason why I said maybe the people I don't know them. I'm more of a gospel artist, so I know more of people. Is that I'm since I'm into the music world, I know all music genre, so I listen to all. Anybody that tells me that I listen to secular music is definitely I know. Secular artists have more lyrics than gospel artists. That's the reality about it. I've been to the secular world before I diverted in 2012, so I know. But my point here is that when this lady came online and I wrote an appreciation message, I made a statement that nobody leave a record label without a problem. There is a problem. Even in the gospel space, there is a problem. But how your approach towards it is what makes you mature.
It makes a difference.
It's what makes you think. You understand, right?
Yeah.
Now, nobody will want to think that something has gone wrong. Even if you want to think that something has gone wrong, you don't even know how to approach it. You don't even know how to coin it. Like,
As you previously said, artists really they are the problems.
they are the problem.
If you look at the Kameni, you look at Gomez.
Yes.
They left Mr. Lion's record.
Mhm.
Where are they? Have
You
you heard
get-
any hit from them?
Okay, now you've come
seen
back to
photo
us now.
shots?
Eh?
You understand?
You have come back to us now.
Let's not go a lot into that
No,
one.
artists are the problem. That's the reality. Artists are the problem. The truth is, my brothers, no.
Yeah.
Me artists appreciate the record, but don't pick them up.
And the thing is that they fail when they were signing. Now they want to recover back in the middle. No, it cannot.
It cannot happen.
It cannot
Just
happen.
be patient and
Just
let
be
your number
patient
of years
and
pass.
finish.
Let it pass.
Accept that they have
Okay,
that
like,
they have done with you.
The case of Renew, she was signed, I think, in 2018. Yeah, 2018 to now, I think it's 5 years.
It's 5 years.
She just wait for another 10 years.
So,
But that
10
10
years.
years.
What's 10
Oh,
years?
so you see the
What
thing
is your
I'm saying?
problem?
No, that's the point. The point is that, right?
It's the
Like I
deal.
said now, if the only term was about her marriage, about her getting married, she's a woman. Normally, women have time age limit for marriage.
Yes,
It's reality.
yes.
So if the only terms in that contract is about her terms of marriage and maybe relationship terms, those are things that can be revived. Those are things that we can discuss, say, brother, master, I get feelings. So we can talk these things out. You get the point? We discuss them, we revise them on our contract terms. Then we flow back into business.
And I think as long as we all have
Because
the
a revision
positive
be
mind,
hard
we'll always come to
by
an
when
agreement.
it touches some other parts.
Yes.
Like maybe
Finances,
financing
yes.
or some other things. It might be difficult, but
It
when it
will
comes to relationship,
definitely
it's
touch
possible now.
finance, but I don't think that it was a lot about relationship. It was more of finance.
Then it means that renew is greedy. Final full stop. We want to stop both
No.
sides.
Let's not force
No,
feelings.
no. If it's about finance, renew is greedy.
No,
No,
If it's about finance, renew is greedy.
The thing is that
If no, I'm not saying that's about finance.
Don't you think that the record label is actually over exploiting the artist?
I don't understand
Exploiting
about
the
what
artist.
we no sign contract.
I take 80%,
Okay,
you
no.
take 20.
For-
And then at the end, you're beginning to take
you
more
read
than
the agreement
80.
and
No.
signed. So
No.
so
No,
so
at the
what's
end,
the problem
record label
there?
begins to take more than 80.
Then
Is that
let's
yes,
when you say oh that's the problem. Let's
See,
do all that's
see.
the problem. Apart from that, now, let's assume our conclusion and that's the truth. She's being greedy.
See.
No, let her come and say that.
I-
Okay, the problem is Akumba music is that we agreed that they'll be taking 80% and giving 20%, but now they want to take 90% and give 10%. That makes a lot of sense. All will
That
carry
one
the
is-
Cameroon.
yes.
All will carry Cameroon calling or go
Yes.
lucky because he's wrong.
That one is.
But now
different.
he cannot even say what is happening. You know she's not saying it.
Yeah, no,
She's just
not
beating
even
around.
mentioned.
She's beating around. That's the
Bringing
point.
out the main issue.
Perfect.
Not bringing out that main point.
Perfect. It's because
which
it's
is making her
coming
cry.
from her end. Her end is that she's being
Understand?
greedy. Somebody picked my problem is listen. See, the problem is that right. We
Yeah.
know this is business one. If I'm
Yes.
putting my money into you, I want to reap from it. If we have signed our contract, just be patient. That's about it, just be patient. Patiently, you have 15 years, you have 20 years, you have how many years you signed. Let's go. Right? You can leave me, and you will see. Do you know why you leave me? You will still succeed because you have grown your social media. We have created your image better.
And when you see all these things, it disturbs people. You see people who have that money to start record labels, to sign artists. You start becoming reluctant.
They want
Yeah,
to
because
sign
of
upcomers.
this
It's stuff like you come and behave like this one day.
Yes,
Yes, exactly.
Now, why don't you see white man's on tie the buy a dog?
I'm telling you.
Humans.
I'm telling you.
It's difficult to
Not to be
trust
honest, let's see
humans.
this is out. Honestly.
No, but I think that if it's a problem of finance, then if Renew was on the right path, she could have bring a lawyer already there. But if till now she have no lawyer, nothing, and it's only cunning behind, like is this? I want my social media handle. It cannot be a problem of finance in the part of Akuma Music, given the fact that when we say that you have this percent and I have this, as long as I'm giving you your percentage now, there's nothing like expectation there.
You get the point.
There's nothing. Even if for 100 years
And
now, no
look at the
expectation
cry,
is there.
she wants her social media handles. Okay, we understand funds also come from there.
Mm-hmm.
But will those funds now help her? Will it help her pay her recording fee, mixing and all, maybe photo shoot, maybe her personal life? She has some
No.
bills to pay.
It can give. If I am the label house now, I cannot give the social media handles.
No,
Okay,
I mean,
now we're getting on the same page. Now we're on the same
If
page.
I am the label house, I cannot
Because
give it.
because we have built that social media handle for long.
Yes.
We have monetized it. It's giving money. The money that is coming to social media is endless. You don't understand.
It's
No.
better.
No,
now.
it's endless.
better
You don't
she
understand
goes
this
what I'm even trying to say is that
And we
if
edit
she
the social
creates
media handle and
the
give it
new
to
one she
another
has
art.
created.
Okay, I mean the new ones, right?
I mean, the new
It will
one
take
she
her
has-
time
it
to
will
grow
take her
that.
time to build.
Yeah,
How
take her
much-
time to build.
After how many years with that with the social media handles, the
It
new
will
one she's
take her
creating,
enough
pay
time.
her.
It will take her
It will
enough
take her
time to
a
build
lot
it.
of
Enough
time.
time to build it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how is she going? How
If-
is she going to cope now with maybe her upcoming projects?
Yeah, it will
So
definitely
that
take.
means
it will
you start
definitely take.
seeing her. She will need to start doing some rough work.
But now
to finance all of
now
that.
right in this same line, I want what do we think? What do we propose now for upcoming artists to take into consideration when going for this now? And label houses that want to sign upcoming artists. What are the solutions that we are bringing?
Scrutinize it.
Scan it.
There's no like use touch. Ask questions. Yes.
Well-
There's no like use touch and read it.
All right.
If it's the Easter, is it like no understand? Go to the dictionary and ask what it is.
Exactly. It's
There's
very
no
important
way.
because I remember I was signing a deal. This one was for a partnership stuff.
Yeah.
One big organization coming. So they wrote in French. I rejected first.
Normally,
I said they must write in English.
Yeah.
I understand French. I refer I understand French well, but please put in a language that I'm used to.
exactly.
Naturally.
Yeah.
They still put in a language. I say, come. When I read a term that I don't get, I say, explain the term. You explain. It still don't suit me. Let's change it.
Yes.
Use another. No, it's not. No, I said no. Let's use another term that I will understand. make
Look
it clear.
for, look for synonyms.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's put a synonym there
Yeah.
that I know.
Very
Yeah.
simple language.
Yeah.
Simple and clear.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
not big grammar in it.
Yeah.
And I think that it all comes to when you understand your value.
Yeah.
You know that when I'm on the table, this man is not calling me to this table because he loves me.
Yeah.
No, he's calling me because he has seen
has
some value in
something in
me.
you.
I'm telling you, honestly.
So
Yes.
so I have to capitalize on that thing that he has seen in me to get the best deal. Not to
Normally.
just go down
Not
at
to
his
hurry
mercy
you.
that
In as much as you're desperate, you're trying to think as well.
Another thing I can advise artists is that please see your future. Most of them are not seeing their future.
yes.
You get it? I'm a business person, I'm an entrepreneur. So I'm seeing my future. I know that, okay, if I'm setting up this business, I'm investing this, you know that this is what I'm looking at. In the next 2-3 years, this is what it will become for me. So this is you see your future in your career. Because it is because they are not seeing their future. When they start hitting big in the future, it's I feel like, man,
They
this was
don't
a wrong
know.
day aside.
Exactly.
You get it?
Which is not.
Normally.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and for upcomers, they just need to be humble. If you are being taken by
A record
a
level.
record label, why not humble yourself and complete the number of years in that record label? And if you don't find it pleasant being there anymore, you can then quit. You can start up your own record label. But I'll advise any artist, yes, like an upcomer, if you are being signed and you finally pave your way through to getting your fame, you understand, it's good to always be in terms with that record label. You can always renew that contract and continue. It's good. It's good to belong to a record label. But even splitting up after an expiration to start your own record label, it's a whole lot too. You need a lot of work.
Normally.
Yes. So at times it's just really normal. Like even in Nigeria, if you look at Ricardo Banks and Korede Bello,
Yeah.
they left Don Jazzy's label. Where are they today? Are you getting any vibe from them?
Okay, I think
It's
we'll
so-
not go
let's
into
not
that.
go
one.
there.
We'll not go there.
So
Now let's just come down to where we are. Let me put myself in a place of a second level that an artist that left level A, want to come to me as level B. As level B, my main focus. Why did you leave level A? I want to understand.
Yeah.
When I noticed that you breached the contract because you were not favorable with the terms over time, none there, I'm skeptical about you.
Yeah.
It means you can also leave us at any time. So what I do is that I screw the contract. I screw it very well to the point that if at any time you are leaving, I should always be on the gain path. But if I notice that you left the label after noticing that you were not comfortable with the terms, but you still persevere to finish your term, like you accepted your fault and you kept your words. I said, okay, I made an error. I did not go through the contract well. Since I'm already inside, let me respect my word. There, I have a lot of respect for you. Now, when we are on the table now, we are talking like in a balanced phase now. Okay, what you say counts a lot to what will bring. I think those type of things also artists need to look at it in that way that it's not all about the present now, that small cash now. Let's look at the future. Let's look at future deals. If I breach this contract in this way, which other label is going to take care? Because when you see most of them that breach their contract with the label houses, they go on to create theirs.
Yeah.
At the end, we have many small label houses that none is making noise.
Perfect.
Exactly.
We don't know anyone that just everybody is producing himself. Everybody is producing himself.
Same question I want to ask you. That you think somebody will want to sign Renew right now? No, that's a general question. Do you think anybody want to sign Renew right now? Because normally, in most cases, record labels are the ones that goes out for artists,
Normally.
right? So
Yeah.
now it means that it's a record label that will definitely want to reach out to her. The
Yes.
question is that who want to bear that risk?
After seeing
After
seeing what
We've
has
all
happened.
seen all these things.
But as you were saying, if someone comes to you, or if you meet an artist and that artist tells you this is what I faced in the other record label, and you want to sign that person, you will be signing that person. Just sign the person based on how you want that business to look like, because hearing that person's side of the story without getting the other person's side is a zero story. You have no,
No,
confidence
in
if
the
person
line
is
that
telling
I'm
the truth
saying,
or
right?
not.
No,
So,
in the line that I'm saying, right, I'm talking about the fact that we have all analyzed the situation.
Yeah.
We all know the two sides.
Okay,
the
the
two
two
Now the artist now is coming down to me for
Mhm.
signing. I will focus more on how he handled the challenge, because that was actually this is actually a challenge for Renew.
Yes.
The way she will handle it will determine her future at least at 70 to 80
Percent.
percent. So if she handle it wrong, we can just imagine how impactful it's going to be on her. If she handle it well, the same
anyway,
go
but
the
Reno
other way.
already created her new Facebook page.
But my
and
point here is, what is more than Renew to apologize? No, who's that pride to come as a human being in life? Like, I don't get. What's more than readiness to apologize?
You don't need to conclude.
No, it's this one. This one doesn't need conclusions. Listen, doesn't need conclusion. This one is a reality, right? Let's face some realities. Let's assume that you are in an orphanage. Let's assume in an orphanage, right? They pick you from an orphanage and they start sending you to school. The reality about it is that you feel like they're suffering you because they would ask you to split wood in the house. They ask you to clean the house. They ask you to go and do laundry, right? You feel like you're suffering, right? I've been there. Let me be honest with you, right? They are training you unless you don't have plan for your future. Anybody that doesn't see things like this as training doesn't have plan for their future. There are things I do today because I thank that my uncle I live with. To be honest with you, I thank that my aunt I live with. There are things that the person I've become today, trust me, I give God glory, but honestly, there's a hand of people behind it. Now, they were not suffering me. The point here is that you almost died and somebody picked you up. Or your vision almost collapsed. Maybe not your life. Your career almost means that you almost lost part in your career. And somebody adjusted and put you part on it. Even if you have to leave that person, right? You have to apologize. You are wrong. Even if you seem to be right, you're still wrong. Now, that's the point. This is life reality. Even if you seem to be right now, you're still wrong. If you want to live right, come and apologize on Mesa in a nice way and say you're very sorry that you're leaving this contract. Is that you're too small to handle? It's bigger than you. There's a way you coined what. There's a way you coined what now. That make it look nice, but you're still living anyway. Whenever they say, I beg you must. They beg you say you must do something. Say they bug they force you. That's the same way. You're telling somebody that, see, I really love what you are doing. I really appreciate it. It means that you talk about good. You talk about 90% good. And you mix the 10% bad in a way. So people should know you're saying bad. Then you're apologizing. Then you're leaving. Trust me now. There's reason. To be honest, I'm not hiding to say that she's wrong.
No, but I just believe that.
Yeah, I think from your analysis,
we have not heard.
No,
you have made
no. I've analyzed it a lot.
Yeah, from your analysis, you have made your point clear. She's wrong according to you. Yes. Let us not go too deep about it. Yes, sir.
Yes, I was trying to say what they have said on what the Akumba music has said, Akumba's boss has said, and what she has also said. It has finally boiled down to nothing because no one is apologizing to the other. You understand? The Akumba music cannot apologize to her
because they cannot.
She has that capability to sign new artists.
Yes, and you can apologize.
They are putting now their energy on Elisha K, who is there.
Perfect.
Yes. He just released a new video.
Those are business people.
And the truth is that we are in a community that there are more talent than people to put the talent out.
Perfect. So when one man hold you, put it out, I bet almost more. I say,
no
matter what, almost more.
Issues might come up. It's difficult for two people to interact without problems.
They will definitely come up.
The problem is to solve. Know how to handle it.
About 10% of Cameroon population is artists.
Everybody, the economy have pushed.
Everybody is singing music now. Everybody is doing music now.
Everybody is doing something.
Actually, yes. The talent is there.
But now the label houses that are there are very minute. The few ones that can really take an artist bring out, because we have many label houses, but how many have the funds to invest in an upcoming artist? They are very minor. They are really reduced. Now, yes, go on.
You see, one cannot actually survive as an island. But if you feel that the conditions or the terms you've read, they cannot actually change it. Actually, there are many artists who have survived without being signed in as
yes. It's very okay.
Yeah, it's very okay.
You must not be signed in as
be a solo artist. You have your manager that runs your affairs.
No, can I be honest with you guys?
The possibility of you to survive in that line is very slim.
Yeah, okay, now that's what I want to say. No, it's not. It's possible, right? Yeah. It means that you need to have a family.
A team.
If you start with your family, your parents, that have decided that you become an artist. Okay. Their parents have decided you become an artist.
which is somehow impossible in an African context.
There are people who take the bull by the horn. They forget about the family.
Yes,
they go into the street. Do you think most of these guys out there singing are hearing from their families?
No, that's the point.
Based on the ideas of their family or what their families tell them, nobody will be out there.
Not to make that name. No, I talk about making that name out there. We're talking about reaching the radio stage now.
Okay.
You get the point? It means that you need your father, your mother to say, okay, my daughter, go and do music. Now they come behind you
To stand
and
with
put
you.
music, and put money into your music.
Exactly.
If not, you have a guy that has your boyfriend that has money that has decided that now my woman must do music. Anything you want to do, right, and put my money in it, that's true. You get it? If not, right, let me be honest with you, you and I will know. You do chantier, you go pay record label, you go pay technician studio. You finish with day, you go pay this man for record your music. Or you can pay with for greater production. Or we shoot your video. You finish with day, you go pay for YouTube. You go pay me a song, then go for all streaming platform. Your money.
Yeah, not forget to say you can't pay with to for it to
Promote them. You can't pay bloggers them. You go die for road.
It's difficult.
No, it's difficult. I mean, it's very difficult. Okay, no, it's not difficult. It's very
Like,
difficult.
look at this girl, she's surviving alone.
Who's girl?
Blanche Bailey. She's not signed to any label.
Are you seriously kidding me right now? Yes. That man is doing business now.
So
So I'm simply saying that unless you have somewhere taking money to put it back and sing music, you are doing music, right? You're taking money from somewhere to put your music now. So the question, where is the somewhere? That's the point. That's how music is. Even in movies, you take money from somewhere and put it there before someday, great, the heavens can open over your head and heaven smiles. Yeah.
it might still not open.
No, but now,
But still open.
in that same line, guys, in that same line, guys, how do we see the future of artist label house relationship? Do we think that it's possible for an artist to survive without a label house? Like, must they pass through the traditional way of passing through label house before they make it in?
Like you said, it's possible, but the possibilities are slim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, on my part, let's start with me.
Yes.
On my part, I would say that every young person that has talent, I want to sell that talent to the world,
Yes.
get a job. I always say this doing entrepreneurs conferences. I would say Robert Kiyosaki taught about cash flow quadrant, and most network marketers keep missing the direct explanation of cash flow quadrant. Cash flow quadrant simply explains that you must be in the foresight. If you are if this is cash flow quadrant, right? You
Yes.
have the E, which is employed. You have the S, which is self-employed. On the right side, you have the B, which is business, and you have the I, which is investment. Now, most often people assume that we will live from space and come and fall in I,
Which is investment.
which is not possible because you
not
must
at
pass
all.
through E,
You must be
go to
employed.
S, go to business
Yes,
before go to
self-employed
investment. You
business,
get the
yeah.
point. Now, every human being are advised every time on business advice that you should be in the four.
Something should back you.
No, all these four. I mean, you should get involved in the four. You should be an employee
Okay.
and be self-employed. Have businesses and be investing. You should be in the four, right?
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to go so deep into the Bible, but if you study your Bible, you see the Bible spoke about the river that flows from Eden. And the rivers that flow from Eden divided into four. Those are a sign of you being a figure that has a lot of capabilities. And you can definitely find yourself in all these four because the Eden here is you.
Yes.
And you're finding yourself now in all these
That
four.
four dollars.
Yeah, so perfectly advised I give to every young person, please get a skill and get a job.
First,
You go
Then-
market your music.
take it from
You
the
get
ground
it?
level.
Yes, get it. Get a skill, get a job. If you so much love your music and you're so much passionate about it, right? From the job, your salary you're taking, start investing into your music. Start investing into your music. Start investing into your music. Start investing. And someday you can decide to quit all this because maybe your music can. But I will never advise you to quit anyway.
No, the thing is that even when you quit, your music now turns to employ you.
To employ
So
you.
you are still
Employed.
Yeah, you're still employed. Yes.
So you must start from somewhere. Please, everybody, if you're listening, please get a job. It is important, get a job.
first.
It is important.
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, there's a lot of difficulty out there. The economy is not an easy one.
Yeah.
So to be a solo artist or like an upcomer,
I'm
you
telling you.
understand? Yeah, it's not easy. So you must get something doing to pay for your records in the studio, to pay for any photo shoot, to pay for any video.
I'm telling you.
How do you get that money?
Yeah, and also I did think that it's important that upcoming artists need to work on themselves first. A lot. They need to do a lot of self-evaluation because at times it's not about the fact that you seeing people in the neighborhood that appreciate. You think that
Or your
okay,
friends, they
you're-
love you.
you're-
They don't want to hurt your feelings.
No. Yes, I think it's important that you evaluate yourself. You understand that it's not all about the skills, the talent you have. It's also about the mentality and the character. Because your skills will take you up there, but what will keep you there is your mentality and your character. And most of the time, upcoming artists fail to work on their mentality and their character. The reason why when they make it up there, they come down very fast. It's difficult for them to maintain it. So I think they have to work a lot about that. Now, in the line of upcoming has not been making it only through the traditional way. I think that after evaluating yourself and starting up something, they need to work on their social media handles because through through that they can have potential deals already. They don't
See
need like you don't need to just be singing in your room, staying there and hoping that and you meet one day a label house and they'll just sign you. You first as an upcoming artist, right? You need to work on your online presence because the digital age has made it very possible for you to be known out there. You must not need somebody to hold your hand before you are before you're being known. You can start doing something on your own. And when you have a base and tomorrow you have the opportunity to learn um in front of a level house, there you talk with confidence. Because no, this is what I've been doing. This is how I started, this
You
how
don't
I've
even need
gone.
to explain because
I left
They will
from
see.
calling you, they might.
they have
Someone has
seen what
seen
we
what
have
you're
been doing.
going
They have
through.
seen you getting to 100K followers, 200K followers on your own.
And
You
that
don't
time
know.
it will not be like more of a desperation that you want to
Yes.
join. Yeah.
Because it is possible for you to start making money using your social media handle without signing to a label house. First, by creating your content. The music you put out there is content. You focus on the content you're putting out there. You monetize, you use now the money to keep on growing your social media handle. Now, when you land down a deal, it's different. The level how we already see that no, this guy can already make it.
You can do it on your own.
Our we coming in is to bring him to another level that it might take him years if he's alone to go there. Then now we can talk now the business on a much more flat surface. Not still on the fact that either you take it or you leave it.
Exactly.
Because in most of our cases, I give you the contract. If you don't want now, please leave. Because there are thousands out there that are waiting for that same deal. So
And are ready to sign.
So I think the
Yes.
general advice you're giving out to upcoming artists that they should develop the skills on how to build their social media handle.
yeah, I think apart from just developing a skill, like getting a skill and getting a job right, let them also take time to also work on their social media handle themselves. Because when they're starting, they don't have the funds to employ somebody
Yeah.
to do it. Now, after having their normal job from 8 to 5, when you come back home, work from
It
6
means 1
to
hour even.
12.
It means 1 hour even.
Yeah, one. When you are an upcoming artist, you should at least be working 16 hours out of the 24 hours that you have in a day. It means you have your normal job. The other time you have is to work on yourself. Because there should be nothing like you need to leisure time, you need to rest, you need to no. You rest at the end. You work now, you don't sleep because you see an upcoming artist, you tell them that okay, come, let me just give an example, right? Where we have upcoming artists, all right. Your major problem is that first you don't have an online presence.
Yeah.
Come, we'll train you, but our condition is simple. You must accept to work at least 8 hours per day on your account. It's your account, eh? It's his account. Not that it's too much for him. I cannot work for 8 hours a day. It's too much. What I be doing? Who is paying me? It's on his account.
I have a friend.
Because you see the importance of it now.
Yeah.
Putting that energy on his account. Because when he has put enough energy on his account, tomorrow when he is in front of a deal, he doesn't panic to talk. Because he knows the work he has done.
You have built confidence through that.
Yes, you have built confidence. That's just what I'm trying to say.
That's true.
So, now for close up, we'll just say, all right. I don't know, maybe what are our last words in this artist level house relationship? What do we have to say there to our audience that are following us? We know we have a lot of upcoming artists out there that are inspired to get into the industry. What should they do to avoid this kind of situation that we are facing?
I'm still bent on using your touch to read the contract.
Yeah.
Exactly. Apart from the employment, get something to do or trying to build your page. If by any chance you come across such a situation, if there's no light, use touch and read it, like in between the lines. Because if we're all this thing boils down to the contract. What
Yeah, the
you
major problem
signed,
that they have over
exactly,
time.
that's where it's coming from. So you need to understand it first before even picking up a pen. To me,
I
that's
take you an example straight there.
Mhm.
I bring the contract in front of you. You're an upcoming artist.
Yeah.
Your social media presence is zero. You don't have any influence. Nobody knows you. And we read it. We have all put in a contract that I own 99%. You have 1% of it.
There's a way
But
to maneuver around those type of things.
you,
You guys can
it's
come to an
either you
agreement.
take it or you
Or you
leave it. I don't give you an option. I don't give you a chance.
Okay, let's add building your social media platform. So using the
The idea is all right. There should
Yeah.
not be too desperate.
Exactly. They should not be in that position of being too desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on my own part, I would generally say things, but I must still have to point out to Renu, unfortunately.
Go
No,
ahead,
no
go ahead.
offense, but this is what I want to say. There's nothing too difficult than to make peace inside your house,
Okay.
right? Wherever you belong as a record label, you consider it as a home before. And the two of you, or you and a record label, you guys have dined on one table. People have laughed. People have watched midnight movies. People have joked. People have drafted plans for future. And if things are going wrong, and you feel like you people are not compatible anymore, there's not. This is not boyfriend girlfriend relationship thing, right? You get it, right?
It's business.
Yeah, this is business. So for something to happen, there's no fight. There's just a way to create peace. And one of the best ways to create peace, I always made a statement that I'm sorry might look like it's
Someone is
difficult.
begging.
Yeah, it might look like it's
Jordan.
difficult, or it might make you look weak. No.
No, no,
Instead,
no.
to me, I think are brave people they say that they are sorry.
Yes.
Because it take out time to analyze exactly where you have wrong to apologize.
A lot of humility.
You get the
to
point?
come down,
Because
say,
you
"I'm
know
sorry."
the angle you're coming from, you know what it has caused you, and you know how to have your mental health. The very first start to have your mental health first is to apologize. Apologizing is letting go. Letting go the struggle, letting go anything. So my message out there, specifically to Renu, to what is happening to her, it to me, if I'm to advise, I would say that Renu is very okay for you to go and message and apologize. But it's not apology doesn't mean that you want to go back to your record label. No, it's
Just to be
apology.
in terms.
Yes, to have that peace of mind, that mental health.
Good terms.
You get the point, right? Because the reality about it is that she might not have peace of mind now. Coupled with the fact that she keep complaining that her page is being put down and stuff. But the reality about it is apologizing, take a retreat, go back sometimes, maybe go off social media for a while.
No, but
Right,
my recent post, she made a post that a bird can fly or whatsoever. I'm
Okay.
sure she's okay.
All right, she's
Yeah,
recovering. No,
she's
it's
recovering.
good. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. But my only time there is that approach. If she can apologize, to me, it's a good thing. Now, it is not just for the record label. It's for the future.
For the future too.
You
To
get
make
it?
sense with possible.
Possible other deals in the
investors.
future. And even companies that will want her as a brand ambassador, she will take her the aspect of humility.
So first of all,
Yes,
the
yes.
attitude,
Yeah, that's the
how she
thing.
behaved towards.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You get it?
Because with all this saga now, I think she stands to lose a lot.
She will lose a lot. It's not,
The one and the negative.
yeah, she's one of the lost here,
Yeah.
honestly. Then generally to all upcoming artists, we've said a lot here, but this is what I want to say. No offense, right? I'm an upcoming artist. Shockingly. But I don't always look at myself from the upcoming artist, but I'm looking at the fact that I'm an entrepreneur. And I want to say this. I will use the opportunity. Someday you watch this video, you will see say it. This is from Tav Digital. This is Tav, team leader of Tav Digital. I advise and encourage all artists to own a website. I mean, all artists to own a website. Now, first is because most artists don't know that they can make money on their website even more than through record labels. And it's because of ignorance again. I don't want to go deep, but there was a time we analyzed in my office, we analyzed Mr. Leo's Facebook page. And when I analyze him and finish, in my analysis using Google AdSense, Mr. Leo could have been making 1 million francs every day if he had a website. If he had a website with 1 million followers. So Leo has 1.2 million followers now, if I'm not mistaken. If those followers were on his website, active, like how they are active on Facebook, he'll be making 1 million francs every day on Google AdSense. Now, honestly, I've reached out to them a couple of times and I've ignored my messages, but I'm not saying it now since I'm saying it on my brother's platform. It's very okay. I'm saying it for free now. I vow never to say it anywhere.
Okay.
Honestly, I vow never to say it anywhere because this is market I'm giving out, and maybe they'll not hire me for the service.
Yes.
But the reality about it is I'm a
Sell your
website.
ideas.
Yes, I'm a website designer, and the reality about it is that If you meet Bonte, Bonte will tell you that blogging makes money,
Yes, it
right?
It
So
does.
everything
does.
I'm saying is upcoming artists. If there are other investment you can invest in having a personal brand website where people can go online and buy your song, can buy your EP from your website. The other platforms in Cameroon normally they can buy songs, buy singles, but have it from your website.
Yeah, like this guy Jovi. Jovi has a website.
That with that people buy the songs
Yeah.
directly on his
The
website.
last EP he released,
Perfect.
buy
It
it
was
directly
on
from
his
his website.
website.
Perfect. And that's how he's making money. And honestly, that's one of the best ways I think artists can make money. So own a website, and from there you can start growing. So that's all I can say. I've said a lot of things about artists starting businesses or artists that are getting jobs and invest their money into your business. But this is another one. Invest into your website, and trust me, you will not regret it.
Lastly, what I have to say is there's this guy online, there's this Cameroonian artist where he's based out of the country, Vok. I don't know if you know about him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Right?
I once sent my link to him. He listened to the sound and said it's good. But later on he said, Petit frère, that pay you did it, so no focus for the music now. Even if you have that passion, even you have that dream of making it big, look for a job.
Perfect.
Get something to do. So I just believe making it in music, especially in Cameroon, the entertainment industry is just, I would say it's a total mess from if you want to compare with other industries. Yes, it's a mess. So in as much as you have that talent as an artist, as an upcomer, strive towards it, but don't focus only on it. Don't put your egg in that basket alone.
Perfect.
Yes, try other means.
Yeah. So I think artists upcoming artists are gradually taking the path of entrepreneurship because they are becoming companies tomorrow.
Yeah.
They are because you as an upcoming, you as an artist, you are a company. People live because of you. People pay, people take care of their houses because of you, or the house of it because of you. So when you decide to take that part of entrepreneurship, you need to understand the process. You don't just live from zero to become an entrepreneur. No, take the step. Go gradually. Get a skill, as you earlier said. Get a skill. Get a job. Then become self-employed. Then migrate into entrepreneurship, businessman, then entrepreneurship. Gradually. Don't skip the stage. Don't say that you want to sing and everything you are doing is only singing. That one day will pay you. No, it might shock you. It might work for you. But the thing is that the probability for it to work is very slim in this our African content in Cameroon in particular. So please get something doing. Then when you decide to focus on your career, please work on your social media handles. And as my brother earlier said, please get also your website up. Your social media handles are there to easily interact with your audience. Then you pull them to your website to sell your services or your songs. When I talk about services, I mean your songs, you performing or whatsoever. I don't know your own
Apparently,
zone.
record labels are not the only way to go. Okay.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
no. The truth is that
So
they
you
are
are back
not
to
the
it.
only way. Yeah, they are not. Now you passing through all of these things is that you are positioning yourself up there already. Now, when a label house sees you and comes to you, they are coming with a much more fruitful deal to give you because they know that without them you can make
You
it.
can still succeed. Yes.
But now they want to come in and make it higher. So they have to
and also
bring-
benefit from you
and
now.
also
So the terms
benefits.
now on
Yes.
the contract usually depend. They look at you, look at what you have
Mhm.
built, like your social
So,
media.
yes.
handles,
It's a
and
fact.
yes, before
That
they,
one,
they can give
yeah,
you
the
deal.
contract has a lot to do with who you are already.
That's true.
Yes. No matter the talent you have, but if you are nothing, you have not put anything up there, we'll still give you a crazy
10%.
contract.
Yeah, normally.
For that one is a fact.
That's the
Yeah,
truth.
5%.
So
Yeah.
that's it. I don't know if my co-host has something before we say bye bye.
Oh, I have nothing much to say, but you guys have said it all, and I just hope those who are out there, who are upcoming artists, please use their thoughts.
Please, don't forget to use your touch. Don't forget to use your touch. All right, guys. I will say thank you for honoring our invitation, and we look forward having you back again.
Okay.
So please, guys, stay tuned. We have amazing programs for you upcoming. We also have like this singing competition for you that say you're an artist, you see, right? So we have something coming up for you. Now, as we usually say, if you want to be part of our platform, simple. just get to our inbox and write us, and we will get back to you. Or you check on the description, the first comment, you have a Google form there. You just fill and put your information, and we will get to you to see how we can make necessary arrangement for you to be there. Till then, this is Fexify Studio, the home of Cameroon entertainment. Bye bye.